Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 video here today. In this video, I'm actually going to be taking this 2024 community hit list survey. I've done a few of these in the past. Whenever they release a survey, they do them at the end of the year quite a bit, where I just take the survey and give my thoughts on everything that's on there and stuff. So if you're interested in that, then we're going to go through it here. And if you've taken it, you can leave your thoughts in the comments on whatever they have in it. I haven't looked at it yet, so it'll be interesting to go through here. And I'm mostly interested in seeing what is even on this so-called community hit list, or unless this is just them adding new stuff to it. I don't understand why they reference this thing so much, and I've never seen what exactly is on it. But yeah, it's basically they tell you what it's about and what things are on it for as far as topics are concerned. But yeah, actually, it looks like they're just going to grow the list, so we're not going to know what's actually on it, but. Anyway, I'm just interested to see what they have, so let's head over to the survey and see what they've got. Man, flashbang alert on that. Just blind me a little bit, why don't you? But anyway, just a few quick questions. So let's see, what is my overall skill level for RuneScape on my main account? I think I'm over 3K, right? I'm not 100% sure, but probably. Is that even is that like virtual level, or is the skill level actually go that high nowadays? Hold on. Let me just check the high scores for myself. Sorry for the typing. I don't really play my main account that much. And I mean, I guess I could consider that my main is not actually okay, it's actually not. So 3K you need that's like almost completely max total. I'm 2989 on my Bibs7 account. So there you go. How regularly do I read? Very regularly. I'm always up in the Reddit for the most part. And then obviously my YouTube. I don't really use Discord that much, just for reading things. I don't really talk on there about RuneScape. Do I post or contribute? I mean, YouTube, I'd be posting videos, but hasn't been doing it that much lately, but I'd still say very regularly for that. How do I feel about the community hit list fixes that entered the game in 2023? Now, I mean, it's hard for me to exactly remember all of what even was on them, but generally I think they're pretty good. They seem to be nice fixes the majority of the time they come out. I'll put I liked them. I don't know if I would go as far as to say I loved them. And it would be really nice if they would tell us what actually all of them were this year, like at least a short list of maybe even just the update titles would have been nice so I can recall. I mean, it's been an entire year, hasn't it? So I'm just quickly looking at the news archives. I mean, I guess I could does that work? I don't really use OBS on browsers much. Looks like it worked. So what are the community hit lists? Master Cape customization. I mean, I know people who actually have the Master Cape are happy about that, but that is pretty niche. Oh yeah, this was nice. I saw that they did that, but I don't understand why they went to your currency pouch instead of using the existing enhancers system, which I don't like to begin with. But yeah, shift dropping from your backpack. I was surprised to even see. I didn't even know they were considering that. Yeah, but load last preset is pretty cool on the bank. Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty good in general. Like these level of fixes, the Excalibur changes. I mean, they did that with Excalibur. They have a similar system for Vuln bombs where you pick the interaction when you put it on your bar. They really need to just can they please stop doing one item at a time in this regard and just rework the underlying system to allow it with any item. I don't know why they would do it like this, where it just doesn't make sense to go one at a time for items like that. Considering each of them has been its own update thing. This one, yeah, they reduced Zemi from 25 to 1. I thought that was kind of stupid, honestly. I mean, it's probably good for people who don't want to do it, but now the dungeon is actually basically irrelevant content. They probably spent quite a lot of time creating the dungeon and everything that's in it, and nobody's ever really going to do it except for maybe getting slivers for their what are those things called? Enchantments or something, right? What else was there? Community hit list, combat beta. So, I mean, they asked what's the most impactful so far. From reading these, I would probably say the load last preset will be the thing I'll use the most or make the most. Wait, what the heck? Sleuthing? Yeah, nothing in here really looks like that important to me. Let's see. How many of these do they even have? Obviously, we had. Okay, I'm filter. How can I? Oh, I see. That's just filtering based off this stuff. I don't know. I'll probably just put. I mean, mattered the most to me. By the way, this is obviously not going to be a very structured video. I'm just kind of doing this. Probably looking more into it here than most people would, but I'm trying to even remember what they all were. There's all this Hero Pass garbage. Look at it all. Don't see anything in September. August was obviously the release of Necromancy, I think. I don't even remember, honestly. It wasn't it? Necromancy community feedback updates, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't think there is anything in August about it. And we have, yeah, the Necromancy pre-launch was in July. Yeah, so it came out in August. Then they did the logout extension only in July. Seemed like it was longer ago, but what do I know? So it looks like this mostly been more towards the end of the year that they've been doing this, and it hasn't even been, unless some of these are like part of it, but they don't label them as such, which basically makes it so they're not part of it in our eyes. I don't know. Looks like I'll just say the load last preset was pretty nice. Oh yeah, also essence pouches on preset was good too. I remembered that just now. Anyway, next page. What kind of things can go into the hit list? Bugs, and what we can't do, new content, graphical updates or reworks, extensive overhauls of elements such as new training methods. I mean, how is this an overhaul when it's a new content? That's new content. Duh. What are the top 5 bugs you would like to see addressed? I mean, do I even know about any bugs that I can even think of? I don't know. Did they ever fix spellbook swap, like freezing the game? That was always really annoying. Let me check actually in the game. I know they were reworking or they were doing something with lunars once, and I think I asked on the Reddit, and they weren't doing that. I really that's always really annoyed me when like trying to do swap for disruption shield or stuff like that. And I mean, it's got to be a bug, right? Technically, it would count as a bug. I don't know. I'm on the game right now. Just no need to show this, I don't think. Just going to quickly take out a preset and do a spellbook swap to see if it is, in fact, still super annoying and like bugged and stuff. What do I want to? Where's my preset? I mean, my presets are an actual train wreck nowadays because I don't play on the account. So I'm gonna like go over and start attacking some dummies. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds here. All right, so I'm on the wrong. Wait, where's my? Oh, okay, I got my weapon on now. And then let's see. So I'm just gonna like start using abilities and then spellbook swap, disruption shield. Oh, it doesn't do it anymore. Or did it? Right there. Well, I have other things I can use. Yeah, it looks like they did fix that at some point, so that's good. Well, then what other bugs even are there in the game that I know about? I can't even think of any. So, like, nothing just comes off the top of my head. Like, there's this really annoying bug that I encounter that needs fixed. So, I guess I just won't put any of them. I don't know. Guess I don't play the game enough to. I mean, I don't know. Are there really that many bugs that people are going to submit? 5? Who knows? I guess I'll just go to the next page. Now, what are the tweaks to existing content you would like to see the most? Submit up to 5. Let's think. What are some things I would like tweaked in content? I am a pretty big proponent of something that a lot of people have talked about in the cluing community, reducing the number of steps for slider puzzles and clues. It's just something that I think would be nice, considering people already use Alt1 almost exclusively to solve them because they're so long. I think that would be a nice thing for clue scroll enjoyers. But But yeah, like small tweaks or updates. I would personally. I mean, I don't know how much of a ninja strike it is, but like a more like a scaling option for Croesus, so like make solo more viable. I mean, I know everyone always says this whenever I say anything. I mean, everyone, but like people in general say this whenever I say anything like that. Like I want to have solo modes for like every boss. Um, like it's an MMO. Why would you expect to not have to play with other people? I mean, yeah, I guess that can make some sense, but for me, I've always pretty much been a solo player for the most part, like in RuneScape, and I never played it for the reason that it was an MMO and to play with other people. So that's just my opinion. I mean, I can understand why they wouldn't do it for reasons that people say, but um, I mean, I really love BGH, and I think Croesus could be similarly really fun to solo. I just don't like. I just don't like having to get together with other people and then commit to doing it for like an hour, maybe 2 hours. Like maybe I'll just want to go do a couple kills and then I'll have to go do something or take a little break or whatever. Just solo is just so much nicer and more flexible for doing things. And I mean, I'd like this a similar thing for like AOD. Obviously, raids would never really be changed. I don't think to have that option. Which, I mean, for me, raids is like one of my least favorite PVM content in the entire game because the group size is just too big that you need 10 people. I mean, obviously, in other MMOs and like World of Warcraft and stuff, there's like 50-person raids and crap like that. I think, but that just doesn't work well in RuneScape, in my opinion, which they've clearly adjusted for with a lot of newer bosses, where group size, or pretty much ever since raids came out, I mean, group sizes maxed out at Solok release was 7, I think, right? And they've obviously since changed that to be scalable. So if that tells you anything. Yeah, tweaks to other existing content. I mean, they need to fix necromancy being like way too broken. I'm just gonna put that necromancy being insanely broken and clear best combat style. Just not balanced at all. As far as having the other combat styles. I mean, we have the beta going right now, but that's still something I want. And maybe that's too much of a rework or an overhaul, but whatever. I mean, that's just how I feel. And I don't know. I kind of liked the surveys better, where they gave like lists of things that were potential that you could then give your opinion on. I'm not really the best at coming up with ideas, as you can tell, or like the bugs section. Let me just pull up the Reddit really quick and see what's what on there. See if anybody's complaining about any recent bugs or anything, or if there's like a post about the survey. That would be interesting as well. And it's mostly just the normal memes and random luck and loot posts. So Game Jam QOL suggestions. Fairy rings get a search bar. Yeah, just like see like small things like that I wouldn't really think of. Like there's not really things that I do on a oh, I think actually I have thought of something that I definitely would like. Like add packs to shops / reduce having to do shop runs for things like rooms. And obviously, like, you don't have to. I don't know. I think just like old school's system is just way better. They just have the packs in the shops. And RS3, you have to like wait the entire day to get it to reset. So, I mean, I want them to address it somehow. Maybe not necessarily with packs, or I don't know what the solution would be. Some people have said to have it reset on a weekly basis, which is like, I guess, but I think that they need to address that in some way, because that is super, super duper annoying. And yeah, that like what I thought of, I was just thinking like, what is it something that I do on a daily basis that I might wish was improved? And I was like, oh, daily, like doing dailies, like shop runs was super not fun in my opinion. So would like to see that adjusted. And I don't know, I think that's kind of it that I can think of at the moment. Just trying to go through, like, I mean, mostly I do PVM. And I mean, there's not a lot of small tweaks that I can think of that they could make to things for that. That really instantly come to mind. I don't know. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. That is all I can think of at the moment. Other issues, yeah. I mean, like I don't know. I don't know what to say about this really. Maybe I won't even submit this survey because I clearly am not the best for taking it. But finally, how valuable is it to you that we reach out often to help us prioritize? Yeah, I mean, see, I wish like is their list empty? Like I wish they had sent more questions about what's already on the list to help us prioritize in that regard. Not sure what's going on with this strange background on this text. Survey doesn't have a background, and then whatever this is, can't even read it. RuneScape.com. There it is, revealed by the highlight. So yeah, that's it. I mean, not my best survey I've ever taken. I didn't fill out any bugs or issues, which I don't know. Those it seems strange to have 3 categories there. Like the tweaks and the bugs made sense, and then maybe they should have had issues instead of bugs. But either way, I mean, I wonder if there's anybody out there who filled out 15 things in this survey, because I mean, I'm sure someone who is way more. I mean, I've been playing like probably 10 plus hours a day for the past 2 weeks for my porter buff, but I mean, playing is, I guess, a stretch when I'm just AFKing massively at like archaeology and stuff. But anyway, did you guys take this survey? What are some bugs or ideas that you submitted to Jagus, or you would submit, or you're like maybe you're gonna go take it now that you've seen this video? Maybe not the most interesting of videos, but not not a big deal for me. I just kind of do what I like and upload it on this channel, as you can probably tell from all the content I've made, and don't really like I'm not really trying to grow in the sense of like pretty much every other content creator I see for RuneScape 3 who just like makes all these random videos about, I don't know, like I just don't think I would do good making those videos, and I don't feel like I would want to do any of that sort of thing anyway. So I'll just continue doing what I'm doing. Other stuff, let's see. Yeah, is there anything interesting on the homepage to mention off here? When was my last video? See, like this, I'm just completely clueless at this point. And this is going to be at least although you could consider the entire video, this is going to be a pretty big start of a random rambling. But yeah, last video was November 20th. So yeah, I guess I never actually talked about the Christmas event on the channel here. I've talked about it in some hardcore clips that I've recorded that'll be in a future video. But we have the Christmas event. Everyone thinks it's really great. For me, it's pretty whatever. I mean, I finished the event shop in like a day and a half, which was pretty easy. So I guess that's good. So you don't have to grind an insane amount to get the old items. And then there's the return of the Christmas paper. I am a fan of them bringing back the option to get some of the older items like the Aurora and Soul Die and whatever else is in those Santa's Christmas presents. I think that's nice, although they're still altogether way too rare and it's kind of stupid. But yeah, that is, overall, it's not the worst event. There's a nice little mini quest tied to it, which is something that was missing from events in the past that was, part of a lot of old events. Back before EOC and all that, there was always like a little task or quest that you had to do. And then, yeah, we had, so that came out on the 27th. And then we've had since then just this one update last week. So I guess I didn't even mention these things, but the load last preset option on the bank is pretty nice. I think it's at any bank now. You can just right click load last preset and you will get you'll get your last preset. So you don't have to open up the bank interface when banking ever, pretty much, in between kills and stuff, which saves you like one button press, but also like it's a lot smoother. Like you don't have to sit there and wait for the bank to come up before you press your button. You can just do that, right click, load it up, and head off to your next kill. So nice little addition to smooth out the ability to bank quickly. And yeah, that's, oh yeah, they also changed the rare drop table quite a bit, which I was not expecting at all. And I've gotten quite a lot of Saren Spirits doing my archaeology training with my Porter buff. So I've had quite a bit of exposure to this new drop table. And pretty much they have changed it so that you get quite a lot of soft clay now, which is pretty nice for Iron Man. You used to get like 400 or 500 at once, rarely, but now you get like 30 to 50 like all the time. So it's kind of nice in that regard. That's a very common drop. And then they added stuff like catalytic anima stones, which is good, I think. Those are very annoying to come by otherwise, and it's probably nice to get some for blood runes on Iron Man and stuff. I'm mostly obviously thinking of the perspective of an Iron Man player. You'll no longer really get stone spirits aside from light and dark animica, of which you'll get like 300 at a time. So that's actually really good. They added, surprisingly, but probably necessarily for upkeep of the cost of it, at least especially for Iron Man, they added ectoplasm to the rare drop table, about 300 at a time as well. That's pretty cool. There's also aura refreshes and every type of D&D token, daily, weekly, and monthly, which I did not expect to see. I realized now I'm doing this browser recording, so I can just show the drop table on the wiki here. So yeah, there's obviously the normal rare table. There's still stuff on here. They actually swapped out Uncut Diamond for Dragonstone, which is interesting. I don't know if that matters for anything, but they did do that. Still the half keys, huge salvage. I think this is different or reduced or something. Really wish they'd removed rune arrowheads. Kind of sick of getting those. But they added small bladed orichalcum salvage, which is slightly better than the huge plated rune salvage, which is kind of surprising, honestly, that this alks for 50k when it's a small versus the huge of just the tier below. But maybe that's just how it is standardized. Then there's the dragon items. These are the things you get if you don't have tier 4 luck. Yeah, they get removed with the tier 4 luck. Oh, wait. Just the raw lobsters get removed with tier 4 luck, but then these get removed with the lower tiers of luck as well. I kind of wish you could still get molten glass, honestly. That would kind of be nice. And then you have the chance to get the so-called super rare table, which is all this other stuff. They've added hardened dragon bones here. Siku seeds maybe are new. Golden dragon fruit seeds are definitely new. These stone spirits, as I mentioned. White berries are a nice addition as well. Some necronium salvage, and then these items are I was surprised to see those added, like quite surprised. Although I've only gotten one, I think, monthly, so they are pretty rare to get. Obviously, close to being as rare as a Vecna skull for the tokens, which are very rare. I've never even gotten Wines of Saradomin, I don't think. Are those a new addition as well? I don't know. And then, of course, you're never going to get the Hazelmere Signet Ring ever. So, yeah. I've gotten one Blurberry special on one of my hardcores. So, yeah. But overall, I think a good refresh. Some more things I think could do tweaking, but I didn't know they were even doing that. So, that's pretty cool. And yeah, I already talked about the Excalibur and stuff. So, that's probably going to be the end of this video, you guys. I know I rambled on for a lot longer than you might have expected here at the end, but I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you do for the survey, if anything? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.